Hi guys, good afternoon. You are welcome to Cloud Solution Plays an Academy once again. My name still remains Biodun Dutola DTM, the anchor. Today is the 17th of July 2021, and today I'm having a customer with me from Lambe. Lambe is at around Akute, Ogun State, picking some jumbo seeds. So as you can see on this video, but today I would like to talk about a very important issue in catfish farming, which had been generating a lot of questions on my feedback, which is the feeding pattern. That means our feeding conversion efficiency, which is very important for every fish farmers to really know and understand. So before I start the topic, I will want you all to kindly subscribe to my YouTube page. Make sure that you click on the notification button so that you'll be notified when I release my new videos. In here, I do release video on a daily basis. Why that is because I normally try to give informations to most especially newbies or any practicing farmer that have been in the business for a while and they are not really successful on the business. And if you are even successful in the business, it's a saying that the more you look, the less you see. So it is very encouraging and advised to still gain one or two techniques from other people so that you can use that as a means of expanding and adding more values to your farming process. So once again, you are welcome to Catfish Solution Plays Academy. In here in Catfish Solution Academy, I normally give lectures on catfish farming. So today, as I said, I will be talking about our feeding efficiency. What do we know about feeding efficiency? I said it's very important. Feeding efficiency is what gives rooms for your feeding conversion ratio and your feeding it gives room for your feeding conversion ratio. So if you don't understand your feeding efficiency, that means the quantity of feed that is required for your fishes to grow. You can't just be giving chunks of feed to your fishes, maybe shaft of feed to your fishes, and you expect it to grow. Let me give you a little explanation. If you buy a 2 mm feed for, let me say, 1,000 naira per kilo, and you are buying another 2 mm feed for 500 naira per kilo, there's a difference in the pricing. By the time you check into the index, that means the label on it, to check the crude protein percentage, that means the amino acid that normally build up your body cells of your fishes, by the time you check the one for the 1,000, you can discover it has 60% crude protein, while the one with the 500 naira has about 42% crude protein. So now, it is not, I said this earlier, but most people don't really get what I meant. What I meant is that because some people, they get, maybe they are using coupons, they are using a very expensive feed, while other people are using maybe Blue Crown, Top Feed and the likes, which is relatively very cheap, or Eco Float, which is cheaper. But there's still those ones that are using coupons are still feeding the same feed efficiency as those that are using Blue Crown, Top Feed, Eco Float and the likes. which are still cheaper. So there's this advice I normally give. By the time you check about your feeding efficiency, what this really means is that if you are giving a fishes of 60% crude protein, let me say you are giving 1,000 pieces of fishes, you are giving them 1 kilo per meal. You don't need to give the same 1 kilo to 1,000 if you are giving the fishes of 500 naira. Why? Because the one of 60% crude protein, if you give them 1 kg, this will automatically, because of the build-up of the amino acid in the feed, this will automatically inject their body tissues and grow as required based on the percentage of the growing requirement you deserve for the period. That means the month you want to rear them. So this will not let you overshoot your running expenses, because by the time you are continually feeding with 1,000 naira per meal and other farmer beside you is feeding theirs with 500 naira per meal, and you are feeding at the same proportion, maybe for 4 months you lasted feeding on 1,000 kg of feed, and the one of 500 naira too is feeding for 1,000 kg of feed. By the time you calculate your output, your running cost for feeding, you may be having 500,000 naira, while the one that is feeding with 500 naira is having maybe 250,000, just for an example. So by the time the person sells out and he gains, his input increases, your input will decrease, or maybe you run at a loss. These parameters are very, very important. They are key parameters for catfish farmers to really understand what is the problem they have when they are not making profit in catfish business. So that is why I advise every single catfish farmers to make sure that they have a feasibility studies to really understand how much it takes to grow a fish for 4 months and for 6 months. What is the percentage of weight that is required for 4 months and 6 months? These are messages from the expert. These are messages from a long time experience that it is very, very essential and necessary to have a guide if you want to go into the business. There are a lot of farmers that have been into this business for over 15 to 20 years, but did not really understand what I'm talking about. Sometimes they may run their business and make profit, and sometimes they may lose. It's because maybe the luck run on them at a particular stage. That is where they make profit. Most especially those that are doing local feed formulations. At present, if you don't really understand your feed concentration, local feed formulation will run you at loss. So knowing about feed alternation and concentration is very, very important at this present time, because the cost of material itself is very, very high. So by the time you ignore knowing this fact, there's no way you can run the business and still make that profit that you deserve. That is why most people are really saying catfish business is not a profiting business. But I can tell you, if you really understand catfish business as a parameter of your cost analysis, which is very, very important. It's not about putting fishes inside the water and start feeding now. The cost analysis, that means the cost determinant of your fishes as a business person, is very, very important in catfish business, because I call it business because of the cost involved. People call it farming because they don't really take to consideration the cost effect of the business, because most people are not taking it to business. Most people take it as an exhibition. Because I visited most farms, and when I visited farms, I see fishes. Some people will keep fish for 5 kilo, 10 kilo. I don't know why they are doing that, because to me they are not making business. It's better for me to keep fish for 3 months and I make profit of 100% and I sell it out. I'm a businessman. So that is why I'm advising you guys to make sure that you follow this trend. You really understand some of the informations I'll be giving out here that can be helping you. So with that, I took lot of my time of experience to sit down and get most of this written on my ebooks. So if you need any of these, please make sure that you try to get copies of my ebooks. If you have all those copies, this will it will be like a torchlight. It's like a driver for you in every aspect of cartridge business you really want to go into. Nobody, I said this one again, nobody have gotten a copy of my book and still ask questions. Is for you to be creative and to build yourself based on what is written on the book, to make sure that you prepare yourself to ignite that profit you really need in cartridge business. So with this, I will encourage you guys, make sure you have a copy of my book. I have a book, The Secret of Successful Cartridge Business. I have the one for the feed formulation and concentration, where all the nutritional value, how to alternate, how to calculate your crude protein and stuff are inclusive. I have a book which I call the feeding chart. This involved how to raise your fish on 1-to-1. That means the feeding conversion ratio of 1-to-1. That means 1 kilo of feed to get 1 kg of 1 kilo of feed to get 1 kg of fish. All these are inclusive. And other books, how to start your business. So make sure that you take your time now to order for any of this my copy of my ebooks to get a better understanding about all what I'll be giving you on this channel. And for those that are asking on how breeding process, I have a video of 4 hours 20 minutes about catfish breeding process, which I really encourage you guys to have to as well. You can get that and get the e-copies of my first breeding ebooks too as well. By the time you are reading it, you are watching it. You will be a professional at your home. This is a bonus for anybody who want to be a professional in catfish breeding. You can do that at your doorstep. So make sure that you get a copy. Make sure that you subscribe to my YouTube page. Make sure that you follow. Make sure that you share. Make sure that you invite friends so that they can benefit from this. So as I will be giving you more details about cartridge business, once again, my name is Lambe DTM, your anchor of Cartridge Solution Place and Academy. Thank you.